Alright Villans, buckle up because the transfer window just got even more interesting. Aston Villa are not resting on their laurels after a solid fourth-place finish last season. With Champions League football on the horizon, the Lions are on the hunt for more young talent, and the latest name on the radar is Samu Omorodion. Could he be the next big thing at Villa Park? Let's dive into the details. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest Villa transfer news. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on this one. Here we go, Villans. The Premier League is back, and after a cracking 2-1 victory over West Ham to kick off the season, we're welcoming Arsenal to Villa Park with confidence sky high. Last season, we did the double over the Gunners, and those wins accounted for a whopping 40% of their Premier League defeats. That's no small feat, and you better believe we're looking to make it 3 in a row against them this time around. In fact, Villa have pulled off this trick before, beating Arsenal in 3 consecutive Premier League meetings back in November 1993 and again in February 2021. Now, with the team gelling under Emery's leadership and new signings settling in, there's every reason to believe we can do it again. Let's not forget, we're aiming to win our first 2 Premier League matches of the season for just the 4th time in our history. We last managed it in the 2020-21 season, and that campaign saw us go on to achieve some memorable results. This is the perfect chance to lay down a marker for the season ahead, especially with Champions League football back in our sights. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal will be no pushovers, though. They'll be out for revenge after last season, but with the Villa Park faithful behind us and the momentum from that West Ham win, we've got every chance to make it happen. So, what do you reckon, Villans? Can we make it 4 wins in a row against Arsenal and keep our perfect start to the season going? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's get the discussion rolling. So, here's the scoop. Aston Villa have been one of the most proactive teams in this summer's transfer window, and it's clear they are not satisfied with just a top-4 finish. With their Champions League debut on the horizon, they are looking to bolster the squad with young, high-potential talent. And the latest target? Samu Omorodion, a 20-year-old striker who's been making waves in Spain. Omorodion was all set for a blockbuster move to Chelsea as their new number 9, but that deal fell apart at the last second. Now, according to El Desmarque's Francisco José Jiménez, Aston Villa are in negotiations with Atletico Madrid to bring him to the Midlands. Villa are reportedly willing to splash up to €35 million for Omorodion, who has a massive €120 million release clause. But get this, Atletico were ready to sell him to Chelsea for around €40 million, so Villa might just be able to snatch him up at a bargain price. Omorodion spent last season on loan at Deportivo Alavés, where he showed his potential with 8 goals. He's a physical presence up front, and while he's still a bit raw, the talent is undeniable. With Atletico Madrid recently spending big on Premier League stars Conor Gallagher and Julian Alvarez, it seems they might be open to selling Omorodion to raise some funds. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. Villa's current forward line is stacked, with Ollie Watkins leading the charge and John Duran also in the mix. It's hard to see both Duran and Omorodion having long-term futures at the club, but with Champions League football on the horizon, depth is key. Plus, if Omorodion develops into the star many believe he can be, Villa could have a real gem on their hands. This is one to watch closely, Villans. Monkai and the Villa brass are playing their cards right, and we could be in for another exciting addition to the squad. So, what do you think, Villans? Should we go all in for Samu Omorodion, or is this one a bit too risky? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. And don't forget, if you're loving the transfer talk, smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed. Up the Villa!